So if I am hiring a lead generation agency and I want to try and vet that lead generation agency, in some cases they sign you up to a 12-month contract. What are some questions that I should be asking that? Just so I know from a business point of view that investment's actually going to be worthwhile.
So there's quite a few different questions that you should be asking. The first question you should be asking is the quality of the leads, right? So it's how are they generating those inquiries? Are they outbound lead generation strategies or the inbound lead generation strategies? Generally speaking, if I'm paying for any leads or teaming up with any lead generation company, I want inbound leads. I always want inbound leads because they've gone out of their way to make the search or go out of their way to inquire with the service or the product that you yourself are looking to sell them. And I think that's very, very different to someone trying to outreach via email marketing or cold calling and stuff like that. It's like, hang on a minute, or direct messaging on LinkedIn. You've kind of gone out of your way to kind of message them and they're like, all right, give us a price. They're not really ready. You want them on an inbound, they're ready to buy. So that's probably the first one that I would do.
So would you say that that's kind of like, if we had a funnel here, if somebody's more outbound, they're probably a little bit more top of the funnel. Exactly if somebody's a little bit more inbound, they're further down.
You can nurture an outbound lead. Yeah. You've just got to go through a lot more. You've got to be educating them along the way, like you said, down the funnel. So another one that I'd be looking at is, are the real-time leads? Am I getting it the minute that person is inquiring? Am I getting that lead straight away?
Why is that important?
Because conversion rate, because what generally starts to happen is, imagine you're a locksmith, right? Generally speaking, on a locksmith, you want calls. Yeah. If I'm locked out my car or I'm locked out my house, I am not filling in a form. I want to ring to someone now saying, how quickly can you get here? And price isn't that much of an issue. I just want the fastest person to come out and get me back in my car or get me back in my house. So for that reason, if it was a call or was an inquiry and someone's not got back to me within a minute, I'm going on the second listing down and I'm inquiring with them. If they turn around and say, I can be out with you in 20 minutes, when that first company ring back, I'm like, I've already had it sorted now. Right. So if I'm not getting the real-time leads, you could end up responding to them as a business owner very fast and say, I've already had it sorted. But if you're on a pay-per lead model and you keep hearing, I've had it sorted, and you've rang them within 20 seconds, the lead generation company are not giving you the real-time leads that you need. Mm-hmm. So you need that ammo to be able to convert the leads that's coming in into profit. Right. And sometimes there's certain lead generation companies, like we'll move on to the next one now, is exclusive leads. And what might start to happen with this, which kind of falls in line with the real-time leads, certain lead generation companies have a bidding process. So the highest bidder gets the lead, and then the second bidder gets the lead, but they might get it 2-3 minutes later, right? So if it is on that case, well, not only that, you're paying for a lead, and sometimes you're paying £50 for a single lead. That lead might be being sold 5 times. So now you've only got a 1 in 5 chance. Now, if it's a long-term tender, and generally some customers like going out to 4 or 5 different companies and checking prices, but it's not too bad. But generally speaking, if you want conversion and quick conversions, you want exclusive, you want real-time leads, and you want inbound leads. So they're definitely certain ones that I would be looking to do.
Okay, so after asking them those 3 questions, what about case studies?
1,000,000%, yeah, because like if I'm teaming up with a lead generation company, let's say I'm a lawyer in Manchester, right? If they can show me case studies of what they've done with a lawyer in Essex or in London or in Edinburgh, and they can show me that we scaled this company, these was generating 2 inbound inquiries a day for himself. We now are generating them 15 inbound inquiries a day, and this is the return on investment of what they're getting. And it's specifically in a similar niche, or the exact niche ideally, than what they're in. Yeah. They've done it. They've literally turned around and gone, this is exactly what I want, but in Manchester. So if they're doing, let's say, PPC, they've got the negative keyword list already. The negative keyword list in careers and jobs and other keywords that might not be working for them. They know what a good landing page looks like from a conversion standpoint. They know what SEO is needed to rank for the terms. So they know what good quality content looks like. They've already gone through that. Why would you not have someone who's got that experience? Of course you would want that. And then alongside case studies of proving what they've done, falls in hand there where you've got testimonials. Ideally video testimonials. The amount of fake written testimonials I see out there, it's hard to fake. I know you've got AI nowadays, but it's hard to fake a good quality video testimonial where they've not gone into a studio, let's say like this, and it looks professional. Sometimes they're on the phone, they're on an iPhone, and they're shooting themselves, and they're saying, "Oh, I just dealt with John from A1 Leads, and he's helped me go from $1 million to $3 million a year in revenue, and profit margins up, and this is what we do." And like those testimonials and those case studies, in my opinion, are key as well. Mm-hmm. But also, what I would say to you is, if you are a business owner and you are looking to team up with a lead generation company, don't just think you have to choose one company. Go out to 2 or 3 different companies. Try those different companies out and see what works best for you. Because in Manchester, if you was a lawyer, somebody else might come along and have a big network of people for outbound within Manchester that they might be able to help with. Yeah. Some of us might be brilliant and have a massive kind of big directory specifically for Manchester companies, and that might work. Mm-hmm. So go out, try 2 or 3 different companies, track your KPIs, and then see which company is giving you the best return on investment. Is there any others on that you kind of think of from a lead generation?
I think just going back to what you've just been saying, a lot of business owners, they don't like going to the same lead generation company because they feel like, oh, if they're my competitor and he's helping my competitor generate more, and they kind of have that little bit of an off step, and they're like, oh, I don't want to deal with that. But I think what you have mentioned there is really important. If they've done it for, let's say, a law firm in Edinburgh and a law firm in Newcastle, and you're a law firm in Manchester, then it just makes sense. I would probably say, I'm fairly certain that's it. Is there anything else that you can?
I'm trying to think now of what there would be. I mean, the big one is to spread yourself, try 2 or 3 different ones, check to see who performs best. You've got little things like, how quick does your lead generator respond? Yeah. How do they want payment up front? Do they not want payment up front? There's loads of little caveats from one lead generation company to another. Some might turn around and say it's a minimum 12-month contract. Mm-hmm. And you're like, well, I don't even know whether your leads convert yet. So don't have a long contract. Literally turn around and say, I just want 20 leads to start with to see whether they convert.
That's one thing that I was going to say. Maybe a trial period, where you say, right, okay, I know you want, let's say, 24,000 for the 12-month contract, 2,000 a month. Let's just say, okay, I'll pay you, let's say, 2,000. Let's do a trial for 4 weeks or 6 weeks or whatever, and then we'll start after we see some results. I think that's probably one other question that I would do is a trial period. The one caveat to all of this as well is, if you guys are looking for lead generation, head over to FatRank. We do have a pay for performance model, which if you do get accepted, you don't need to pay anything up front. We'll actually take the actual marketing cost and we will generate you the leads. And then once we've generated you the leads, once you've got the leads, you still don't pay. You then start only paying after you have actually received payment from the actual work that we actually generate you as well.
Yeah, so it is literally pay on conversion. So once you've got the lead, you've converted it, you've done the job, and you've been paid, you then pay a commission and a finder's fee for the lead that you have, which has already been agreed prior to all the leads being sent through to you. So it is an absolute no-brainer for businesses if accepted. There is a criteria to get accepted, and you need to make certain you meet that criteria. If you don't, there still is a pay-per-lead model, which is still an inbound marketing model, but on that you are paying for each and every lead, where if you can get yourself in on the commission-based or the revenue share or the no-win, no-fee lead generation model, it is the best that you can generate for. If you do get declined, though, this is something else that's very important. If you do get declined, ask why. Ask for the reason why and try and work on it. Because if the due diligence team have come back and said, look, it just looks unprofessional that you're emailing from James, big bad James at hotmail.com instead of James at a1conservatories.co.uk. Well, if our due diligence are thinking that, it's because probably clients are going to think that. So we don't want to waste our time and our money on generating leads that's coming out from big bad John at hotmail.com. So think about the reason if you got declined and then try and work in it, and you can easily reapply. The commission-based lead generation service is the best that there is out there. Like you said, it's a no-brainer. But like I said, don't throw all your eggs in one basket. Go out to 2 or 3 different lead generation companies, ask those questions, get those testimonials, get those case studies, check whether it's exclusive and real-time leads, and then if they're getting a return on investment for you as well, and you can use 2 or 3 different lead generation companies at the same time.